What's up? Been a while. Been busy with stuff. Wasn't actually gonna make a World Cup video until the end of the group stage, so that we could kind of just talk about the big teams, because it's a 48-team World Cup and there's a lot of bad teams that need to get weeded out. But this has been unbelievable. What I'm mainly going to talk about, and this is just going to be a free associative rant right here, but 2 weeks in a row, Messi, Mbappe, and Haaland, they've played on the same day and have each bagged at least 2 goals. Messi has a hat trick to his name. The USMNT has looked as good as they've ever looked in my life, which is so exciting. And this has just been unbelievable, but I'm going to keep it to the big 3 right there. And I'm not going to talk about Ronaldo. Whatever, we're not going to talk about that because he's holding his team back. I'm recording right before the Uzbekistan game, so that could all change. But Haaland, Mbappe, Messi, along with Harry Kane, I guess these are your 3 best players in the world right now. I have watched some Messi since he's been in Inter Miami. I wasn't sure we'd see this again. So far and away the greatest player of all time. The way Mbappe feels like he's purposely matching him. Haaland, dominant, being introduced to an American audience, which has been really funny. People are just shocked by his general presence, which is awesome. The thing we're seeing, Mbappe, I think, is re-announcing himself as arguably the best player in the world. I certainly felt that that's where he was at the last World Cup. It feels like Messi's kind of worked himself back into the conversation since the last World Cup, which he won, but he seems even better right now because I think the Argentina team around him is a little bit worse. And again, we're going to see all this stuff's going to come to a head as the later rounds progress and stuff, but this is the story in sports right now. Is awesome free-flowing soccer is back because international soccer is generally chaos, and these guys are the face of it. Man, you've got just this purebred goal scorer in Erling Haaland. Doesn't play outside of himself. Just knows he just has to be the goal scorer. Can link play together. It makes great runs on counterattacks. Mbappe is I think the most physically devastating player I've seen ever. With the runs in behind. With the ability to take guys on one-on-one. No one can stay near Mbappe off the ball. No one can stay with Messi on the ball, which is why he's the greatest player of all time, is because you have to slow down. If you're anybody else, you can't go full speed when you have the ball at your feet, but Messi can and keep the ball within touching distance. Mbappe is there's no way to commit bodies to Kylian Mbappe because he's in one 10 square yard space and then he's in another one a second later. And if you watch the Senegal game, if you watch yesterday's Iraq game, defenders have no idea what to do with him, and he's constantly making runs in behind. And it's really just about who on France is going to be the one to make the killer pass. And so far it's been Elise a lot for the most part. Sometimes they're late on seeing the runs. I think Kone was late on a really good Mbappe run the other day. Sometimes a guy like Rabiot doesn't really have the quality to pick him out, although he had a great pass for Barcola's goal last week. But there's been all this talk about France and this plethora of attacking options that they have. Dembele is the Ballon d'Or holder. Is he actually the best player in the world? No, but he's been excellent and he scored yesterday. They've got Dembele, they've got Elise, who I think might be better than Dembele, Ryan Cherki, Desiree Doué, Bradley Barcola. And this narrative around Mbappe is built up that he isn't a good teammate and maybe what he does doesn't actually translate to winning, which I don't know, I think it's kind of ridiculous. But the way he has reasserted himself as the clearly the best player on France, as if it wasn't obvious after, obviously, they won the World Cup at 19. I don't think he was the best player on that team, but he was one of them. Far and away the best player on the last France World Cup team. But look, some disappointing Euros, and now we're kind of back here where expectations for Mbappe kind of dropped. And I have no idea why. He's very cognizant of the fact that he's kind of chasing Messi. I don't think he thinks he's ever going to be the GOAT the way Messi is. I think it's been fascinating to see the way players have taken a realistic view to Messi, but I think he sees Messi slapping 2 goals against Austria, and he's all right, I got to put at least 2 in tonight against Iraq, and he does. And the way that Mbappe and Haaland specifically have kind of been hunting goals, but it doesn't feel selfish. It feels like it's just them knowing it's kind of their moment. Has been so cool to see, especially coming off of a year with extremely boring football. It's just been awesome to see the best players in the world really want to entertain, and I just appreciate it. Yesterday they played the 3 games where they scored twice. A week ago they had the games where Messi got the hat trick following up the 2 goals from Haaland and the 2 goals from Mbappe. It makes it all worth it, man. It makes it all worth it. I'm so appreciative of those guys. And now I'll talk Messi. We're all witnesses, dude. Transcending, like, GOAT of your sport conversations. He's one of the best sportsmen of all time. I don't know what else to say about this dude. Like, I think that, like, the 23, 24-year-old version is far and away the best soccer player of all time. Like it's not even close, because he had this burst and ability to get past people that there's never been in soccer, and he could, beat 3 guys with that burst and then going a million miles an hour still score. But the way he's evolved his game properly, but he's still untouchable off the dribble. He still has the craziest eye for a pass. He still will find that bottom corner. He will still operate in that space at the edge of the box. It's still worth it for him to walk the entire game. It is not worth it for Portugal when Ronaldo walks the entire game and doesn't finish off his runs. It does for Argentina. It is totally worth it because you have a one-man attack who brings out the best in everybody. Every team Messi plays for will end up playing some variation of tiki-taka because that's how Messi's going to link play together. It doesn't matter how good you are. I don't think this is an incredibly talented Argentina team. I wish they'd played Julian Alvarez more instead of Lautaro Martinez. Thiago Almada has been a welcome addition, I suppose. Rodrigo de Paul looks resurgent. So does Enzo. So does McAllister. Talent-wise, they can't compete with France. Stylistically, they can't really compete with Spain. But it doesn't matter because they've got this one-man system in Messi, who is still at this level, dude. It's just incredible. And he's the same player he was 7 years ago when he really, I think, started leaning into the not having the burst anymore and being kind of more of a playmaker. I'm just in awe of the guy. I feel so lucky to be watching him right now. We're not grasping at straws with Messi when it comes to, wow, his longevity's crazy. It's awesome we're seeing him at 39. It isn't like, I don't know, Luka Modric right now, who's playing at 41, but is clearly a very diminished version of himself, right? And that's no disrespect to Modric, who's one of the best midfielders of all time. There are certain guys where we're in awe of them because of how long they can play, but the reality is we're watching a diminished version. And this version of Messi is still world class at 39. It's unbelievable, and I'm just going to enjoy every second of it. And speaking of enjoying every second, this World Cup has just been such an awesome thing for society right now. I saw an Instagram reel that literally brought me to tears today, which is kind of embarrassing, but
how could the world go back to the way it was when so much bad had happened? But in the end, it's only a passing thing. This shadow, even darkness must pass.
It's just been the Tartan Army, the Mexicans drinking with the Koreans, the non-stop love affair this World Cup has been. Dude Freddie opening people's eyes to the good parts of America has been really cool. It's all just been awesome, and that's kind of what this video is. It's just me ranting about how awesome the World Cup's been. And we're not even a third of the way done. So, thank God.
There's no need for you to say you're sorry. Goodbye.